Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. All right, today we're talking about how to build a culture of connection and engagement with remote employees. Now, you have to understand that remote employees are an extension of the company's brand and culture. However, if the company does not intentionally engage with its remote employees, they'll most likely lose them. Schedule flexibility and the ability to work somewhere other than the office remain two of the most important work benefits. Now, a recent study shows that 53% of employees consider work-life balance to be very important when considering a new job opportunity. 51% of employees would take an identical job in a company that offered more flexible hours, while 37% would take the same job somewhere else for the exact same pay if they could work wherever they wanted, at least some of the time. Fortunately, with today's technologies and the evolving of leadership styles, it has made it easier for companies to create a culture of high engagement with its remote workforce. So with all this being said, here are several ways or examples where companies can extend their cultures to the remote employees and ensure that everyone knows that they are a valued contributor regardless of where they're working. Number one, invest in tools that encourage and simplify online collaboration and communication. The right tools are the glue to keep employees and your teams online and engaged. Now, here are a couple of tools that can help you accomplish this. You've got Slack, Google Hangouts, Zoom, Skype, GoToMeeting, Pair Buddies, and these are just a few. There are a ton more, but these are just a few, and some of these are free up until a certain extent. It just depends on how many people you have in your team and organization. So some great tools to check out to keep your remote team engaged. Number two, include remote employees in frequent discussions and decisions. One well-known strategy to ensure strong employee engagement is frequent online surveys to get their input. Now look, it doesn't have to be the traditional survey. Depending on the size of your team, again, it could be a video conference. And you're just asking everybody questions to see where they are, what they feel like on certain things. So you can take notice and take all that information into consideration into making the team better and helping them to align with the goals that we're trying to obtain as a team or an organization. So also give the employees the opportunity to weigh in on topics for all hands meetings. Survey every quarter about the culture. Take a pulse every quarter and see where you are. Are you right on the money? Are you off a bit? Are you way off? Keep tabs every quarter just to see where you are. All right. Ask for their feedback on prospective new hires. Ask them their thoughts and their opinions. You can create many opportunities for employees to own their own employment experiences by just doing these few things right here. Number three, make attendance mandatory for all hands meetings. Schedule them frequently and use video. A remote workforce requires hands-on leadership to drive high engagement, and it's not going to happen organically. Frequent all-hands meeting requires all employees to set aside time to focus on the entire organization rather than what's going on their specific part of the world. If possible, I strongly suggest that you start out using video conferencing to see as many people as possible. Only use the audio conferencing as a backup. Number four, schedule in-person events and fly people in if necessary. Look, no matter how engaged a remote workforce may be, nothing replaces in-person communications. If only twice, maybe 3 times a year, create events that allow employees to spend quality time together. Invest in consistent, high-touch communications. Now, say we leaders, we have to be intentional in connecting with our remote employees. Now, other good ideas, and a couple of these I like. One of them is an online monthly newsletter. All right, or if you have time, do a monthly video message. Or my favorite, which is a lost art, is handwritten notes to your remote employees throughout the year. Now, that's something you very rarely see. But when you see it, you know that it's authentic and it's genuine coming from that person, a handwritten note. Number 5, let remote employees know you're accessible. Remote employees must never believe that you follow the out of sight, out of mind philosophy. Remind them that an open door policy applies to all employees, regardless of where they work. Even though physically you don't have the physical door because you're remote, the open door policy still applies. Remote workforces will continue to grow as companies continue to move away from the traditional brick and mortar. Hire more people who demand better work life and greater flexibility, and implement technologies that can connect people anywhere, anytime. Cultures must adapt to these shifts in order to continue to attract top talent. All right? How to build a strong culture of connection and engagement with remote employees. Guys, that's my time today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch these videos. And if you're getting something out of these videos, please like and subscribe to the channel and share these videos with other people in your sphere of influence. If you're getting something, I know someone else too. I'm a firm believer in iron sharpening iron. And with that being said, also, if you have any needs in leadership and team development or remote or distributive leadership, please contact me and let me know. We'll be more than happy to sit down and put together a plan that will be conducive to your success as well as your team's success. I am here to help you become a better person of influence so people want to follow you. All right? Again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And remember, great leadership equals great results. How are you leading?
Whether you're a new leader who needs the building blocks of leadership and a playbook on how to be effective, a seasoned leader who needs to understand that there are two sides to leadership, or a leader who just needs some inspiring insight or leadership seeds to enhance your leadership abilities, the CDB Consulting Group has the resources you need. There are two key elements successful leaders have that unsuccessful ones don't: self-discipline and the understanding to constantly invest in themselves. So pick up a copy or the entire collection and start investing in your leadership today. Available at Amazon.com. Remember, great leadership equals great results. How are you leading?